Good morning, Craig. This is Paul, and Brandon's taking the video, and Jeff's doing all the woodwork. So anyway, he's doing all the work, using his brain and his hands. I'm just using my brain. So what we've got some cardboard mock-ups we want to show you, and we'll show you what we're working with. I got some pictures of you sitting in your boat right here, and then we also found the exact same boat. Hell, it might even be your boat on a for sale page at one point in time. It might have been before you bought it, or maybe you've had it for sale, or maybe it's an exact copy of yours. But as you can see, the interior is pretty much the same interior as yours. So we're going off of these pictures, going off this research that we did to research your boat. So so what we got in mind, we've got the woodwork done, and so what we've got in mind is I've got this big piece of cardboard right here. The first thing we're going to do is we'll imagine that this is 3.5 inches thick foam. Whoops, we got it backwards, but anyway. So imagine this is 3.5 inch thick foam, and it's going to come to right here at this corner. It's going to come to whatever the height of this curve is right here. And I believe I measured it as 3.5, and I'll measure it again. Of course, going to measure 1/4 inch less because the cardboard. No, it's going to be 4-inch foam right there. So we'll have 4-inch thick foam that we're going to lay down on here. Then we've got a template for the next piece of wood that we have to cut. And what we're doing right here with this is this is going to be this piece. We're going to put this foam down, and we're going to put all the vinyl on, and then we're going to make this piece right here. It kind of looks like a pair of upside down sunglasses, if you will. And so you can see the similarity of the shape here to this template. Now, we're not done with this template. We were critiquing our own work, and we decided it needs to come down farther in the front. But let me show you what our concept is. This guy's going to sit right on the curve, and we will foam, and it'll be a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, and we will foam from here out 2 inches. Looks like the appropriate amount, because you're about 2 inches thick on all your side upholstery. And we'll foam out 2 inches, and then on the back side, we'll even foam on the back side a little bit to make, and this foam on the back side will sit down on top of this flat piece of foam. So this will actually has to be a separate piece, and we'll fasten it in, of course, from the back side, from this panel that's on the back side of this opening. We'll fasten it in from the back so no fasteners can be seen or anything. So that's what we got in mind. Like I said, we're going to be a little bit lower in the center, because it appears that this foam is sculpted down in the center and made kind of almost a slide that a person can come off the back and slide down through between these two seat backs. And so the foam will be about 1 inch thick right there in the center, which means we need to drop this about 2 inches more. But we want to give you a general idea of that. And then one last thing I want to show you is the inside, and how we did the woodwork on the inside. So we've got this tab, and I think this tab is what maybe concerned you. And it sits down on a ledge right here. It sits down on this ledge right here. And so that gives this whole back support. And you could hold a square dance up here because of that. And so what we'll be doing with this next piece of wood, that is again going to be shaped like this, going to be shaped like those upside down sunglasses, what we're going to do with that next piece of wood is fasten it through here from the back side. We'll have some spacers in here and so forth to get the right angle, but we're going to fasten that piece of wood in there, foam it on the front and a little bit on the back, and cover that with the vinyl, and then fasten it in place. So and then I'm assuming that the snap over there on the other side, see your snap there, put your finger on that snap. You mentioned that there were snaps holding this back deck down. I'm assuming that's the snap you were referring to. We have some other fastening methods that are a little more positive that we'll suggest to you. It's called a turn button, not a turnbuckle, but a turn button. And you can look up turn button on the internet and you can see what that is. We can do the snap again if you like. We're going to through bolt the new shock absorbers. In other words, the shock absorber will have to come apart for this thing to fly off again. So, or just rip everything, all the mounts off. I suppose that could happen. Whichever's the weakest link will happen. But anyhow, just wanted to show you that. That's our plan. Want to get your approval with that concept, and we'll proceed on forward. Thank you, Greg.